So here I am, Skyway Fishing Pier, east side. It's late, another late start, it's like 5 o'clock. Driving around, really no, I thought about going to Inglewood, but it was already too late to go down there. Okay, let me not block the camera with my hand. It's already too late to go down to Inglewood, so instead I decided to come. I just kind of going anywhere, and so here I am now. Side fishing pier of the Skyway Bridge. I got my kayak. I'm not gonna do too much. But sometimes a little can go a long way. There's these islands back behind me. These islands, little ones over there. Maybe I'll paddle out to them. Maybe I'll get my cast net out, catch a fish, I don't know. But that's the plan for now. Cool, okay. A little bit of sea grape. People used to eat these. Kind of tastes like grapes. They're full of salt, and they're not much to them. It's just like it's just like little, mostly seed. A little bit of meat on the outside of the outer. That's edible. You've seen it back in the old days. It's pie. Apparently, sea grape pie is pretty good. And the flavor ain't bad. Kind of tastes like a grape. But not quite. Like, can't put my finger on it. Little sweet, little salty, little bitter. And big old seed in the middle. One more sea grape for the road. Well, like I said earlier in the video, my plan was to head on down to Inglewood, but the day kind of got away from me, so I decided, like, I'll just drive south and see what I can find. I thought maybe I'd shoot over to St. Pete and mess around Fort DeSoto or something, but when I got to the Skyway Bridge, I was like, well, let me check out Terra Ceiea Aquatic Reserve. It's right there. I've often wanted to go check it out, but it just kind of seemed sort of not too remote. But then again, you don't have to be remote to be wild out in Florida. It doesn't take long for something that seems like right in your backyard. Just leave it to its own devices. Don't mow it. Don't do anything to it, and in no time the wilderness will have taken it back to a large extent. And you'll see that anywhere. Your own backyard. Don't mow all summer long, and you'll have freaking snakes and frogs and whatever, like gangbusters. Florida people know this. So there's all these little mangrove islands around, and I thought, what the hell, I'd go, check them out. Maybe I brought my cast net. I thought maybe I'd throw it, which I never did do in this whole trip. But it's fun to just go wander around, beachcomb, and explore. And you never know what you might find, especially where this close to sort of like a big attraction like the Skyway Fishing Piers. So yeah, as I'm just kind of wandering around the island aimlessly, I ended up standing on some sand spurs, getting them in the top of my foot. We all know sand spurs suck to pull out because you get them stuck in your fingers when you try to reach and pull them out of your skin. But here's a nice trick my friend Freddie Denham taught me. If you lick your fingers first and then pull them out, they won't stick into your fingers. I didn't learn that till after this. As you can see, I'm not licking my fingers, but I tried it and it does work. So thanks, Freddie. Over here, I was walking around the east side of the island, and bam, look at that, a little fire pit ringed with human skulls. And then there's this little cut. Somebody had a cooler in it. I didn't want to go in there and mess with people's stuff, because who knows. That wasn't really human skulls, it was oyster bed. But yeah, I mean, just a beautiful little walk around, little island area. I got my goggles. I figure I'll go dive and see if I can't find some crab. That's crabs in French, crabs. And but you know, the water quality wasn't the best. But it was still pretty neat. It's always fun to stick your head on the water, I think. Didn't see anything, and I didn't really look very long, because then this young guy was swimming across the channel. First he tells me if he drowns, would I go save him? Or, well, he said he might drown. I said I might go save him. That's what happened. He told me he was catching sharks in the channel, and I'm like, well, I'd be more worried about the sharks in the current. The current wasn't that bad. But anyways, a nice dude. Young man by the name of Eric, which is a great name, which I told him. And then he told me there was a rope swing on the other side of the island. So I was like, okay. He kind of walked me a little bit ways to it and kind of pointed me in the direction to go. So I said, hell yeah, I'm going to check out this rope swing. So back on my kayak, checking out some of the beautiful mangroves. And I come around the back, and this is where the rope swing is supposedly at. As I come around, you kind of see, again, like this whole island was full of little spots, like where the guys had their cooler at, where the fire ring was. People just set up shop. I guess people just come out there and just camp, whatever. It's just kind of like a free-for-all out there. There's a tarp set up, pretty well still up. There's just another rope tied all the way off. And here's a little trail, and this tree dead ahead here is where the rope swing was. You can see there's like a little bit of 2x4 ladder, maybe like a 2x6 ladder. There you can see it, yeah, like a 2x6 or 2x8 ladder that was on there, no longer there. I don't know how that rope swing would have worked. Look, if you swing into there, you're just gonna bash your body. You're gonna get ripped to pieces against the oyster and stuff. So anyway, it was fun. That was a good little island walk. The sun was rapidly setting, so I figured it was enough fun for one day. No manatees this time, but you can't win them all. No mermaids. But so I figured, well, that was good enough. I need to make more of these videos, regardless of you know, if I get the big manatee payoff. So the manatee payoff. So anyway, I drove over the Skyway right before I left, checked out the west side, and then bam, some dolphins. That's Florida for you right there. Welcome to Rustic.